The propaganda of the ruling class in the United States is so heavy, and it's been that way for time immemorial in this country, particularly since the fall of the USSR. The material conditions in the United States have really deteriorated quite a bit, because one of the reasons that it could be argued a lot of the so-called kind of New Deal era policies were implemented, and there was a semblance of a safety net and different forms of public supports in the United States at that time, was because of all of the great achievements that the USSR was achieving for the working class in those different socialist republics that comprised the USSR. After the fall, but it was more of a demolition of the USSR and all of the detrimental things that happened to the working class there. Life expectancy just dropped dramatically. After the United States capitalist class, the ruling class, no longer had to compete and have some semblance of, at least a small amount of, actually improving the conditions of the working people. And again, this was never a perfect thing. It was very much, I think, designed to, compete with the USSR, and at least from a propaganda model, right? But that veil has slipped. It completely went away, and the propaganda has been so thick in the United States, and a lot of people have bought into the propaganda, the capitalist brainwashing, where you have, up until recently, a majority, potentially even a vast majority, but depending on the age range, of people actually siding with their oppressors. That has been the greatest accomplishment that the capitalist ruling class has been able to accomplish, getting people to literally side with the oppressors, with the people, making sure they don't have a livable wage or health care or retirement or a livable environment. But as the contradictions continue to worsen, no amount of propaganda is working, and that's where we see favorability ratings for socialism shooting through the roof, particularly